Good morning, Aquarius. Welcome to your general reading. My name's Clive. You're watching Emrys Tarot. First of all, before we get into this reading, I would just like to say, please just take the bits that resonate, leave the rest, okay? Because if you try to make it fit, when it doesn't naturally resonate, this could lead you to some wrong conclusions. Okay, so let's get into this without further ado. Messages for the sign of Aquarius, please. Universe, spirits, angels. My ever-loving angels, my trusted angels. Messages for the sign of Aquarius. 10 of Wands. Well, your present situation, Aquarius, I'm getting is becoming a bit of a strain. Okay, you're looking for a change of scenery. You're looking for a much simpler life. I'm kind of getting there's a particular relationship here that has been a bit erratic. It's been very stressful. Okay, but what I'm picking up here most of all with this 10 of Wands is recovery, Aquarius. You are beginning to get focus on where you want to go, who you want to be with. Okay, as I say, as stressful as the past is, it's just made you stronger. In fact, you've become a much more determined here. Now, whatever situation this is in, whether it's a marriage or just living with somebody or your work situation, okay, it's easy enough. I'm kind of getting you're finding relationships much easier to cope with now. And that doesn't mean you found them hard in the past. It just means you found one particular relationship here very, very stressful, which led to, a very erratic situation. You weren't sure which way it was going. You weren't sure where you was heading, but you kept going anyway. And that shows a lot of inner strength. I'm kind of getting a lot of you in a work situation. You had responsibilities put on you that weren't yours to carry. In this life and in any given situation, we do make decisions, and we're not responsible for other people's decisions, and they're not responsible for ours. But I'm kind of getting, especially in a work situation for some of you, there was one particular person here, could be a boss or just the general atmosphere of the work, passing the buck. Let's see what else we have. On a positive note, you can expect improvements. I am kind of getting improvements in one particular relationship situation. All right, somebody that you have been at kind of loggerheads with or not being able to get on the same page. Okay, things finally coming into balance. And now you're faced with a decision. Now, I am getting that there is a player type energy around you. Okay, I'm getting news coming in. But after all this stress and strain, Aquarius, what I'm getting mainly is you having some recoup time, you having some me time, perhaps with a loved one, okay? And I'm picking up recovery here, perhaps going on a holiday, travel, okay? And for a lot of you, especially in your career, you feel like a change of career is needed, all right? In your private life, there's the formation here with this Two of Cups here, of a very special relationship, one that is much more even-tempered, so to speak. It's not so up and down, in and out and erratic. There's a lot more focus. Now, a lot of you could have met somebody new, okay? Some of you are still dealing with the past. There seems to be a trait with the Aquarius readings, and I'm an Aquarian myself, so I'm always dealing with the past, as life progresses. But I'm getting a lot of happiness here. I'm getting that there has been a disconnection in the past, all right, and I'm getting a reconnection. Now, whether that person was willing to commit, whether they were married or whatever their situation, there's a willingness to reconnect here. The question is, it's your choice on whether you want to reconnect with this particular person. What else do we have for the sign of Aquarius? There you go. Breakthrough, success, Aquarius. In a lot of areas of your life, that Sun card certainly compensates you for this past. All right. Now, you have been struggling with a certain person, in, like I say, and I'm getting the return of somebody, not necessarily an ex, but somebody that where a particular relationship wasn't going too well. And it will produce a lot more challenges. There was a lot of injury here in the past, okay. But as I said, you're an Aquarian. You keep struggling, you keep striving. You won't be beaten. That's real determination here. You're determined to see this through to the end, whether it's to bring closure or restart something. But either way, you're determined to clear this past energy once and for all. And you know, congratulations on that one. You're much stronger now, Aquarius. Much, much stronger. Your challenge. There is a lot of healing needs to be done in a particular situation. But as I say, you're handling it with much more even-temperedness and sheer strength and willpower, a lot of you. Yeah, you do want to change the scenery. I'm kind of getting that you feel, you know, where you're living, where you're working, you feel, a lot of you feel you've outgrown it. I'm kind of getting that one or two of you are, there's a very strong possibility here of reconnecting with somebody who you're still carrying a torch for. Okay. But going forward, for the rest of this year at least, there's a lot of planning and a lot of movement here. For some of you, this is a permanent relocation, okay, whether it's in work or for personal reasons. I'm getting a fleeting, well, in tarot terms, a fleeting visit to go see somebody. Now, whether this is a loved one, family member, as I say, somebody that you've been in disarray with, I'm kind of getting there's a one more try here. What's coming towards you. This Sun card is really good, and this time you're not just jumping into new situations, you are actually seeing literally the red flags, and you're finding solutions to these red flags. Yeah, there is overcoming some trust issues. Okay, I'm kind of getting that your focus is shifting to, you're prioritizing. And what you're doing is shifting your attention to much more pressing matters. Now, whether this is with money or with a personal matter, okay. But there's somebody here you're trying to protect, Aquarius. So you're keeping things to yourself here. Okay, and I'm getting that literally there is certain areas of your life, your present situation, where you're working, you're kind of going to temporarily put that on the back burner. You're focusing on something else. You do want to return to it. Okay, but there's a lot of recovery here and a lot of healing. Okay, now I'm getting for one of you, obviously this is not all of you, going to look after somebody who is not very well. Okay, this is a temporary measure, this Seven of Swords, and yes, the Seven of Swords in a lot of cases does, in its raw meaning, does represent deception, but sometimes deception can be done for a very good reason, and that's what I'm getting here, Aquarius. All right, there is a certain breakthrough communication coming in, trust issues, and certainly you're in the mood for, well, not literally fighting fisticuffs, I hope not, but you're willing to fight the good fight and go for whatever it is you want to go after and the person you want to go. And I'm getting overcoming the competition, because with this Sun card, success and perhaps even a journey that will be very, very good for you, not just monetarily for some of you, but emotionally and spiritually. Your energy, Aquarius. Yeah, they are. You're ready. You have come a long way. Because this is a general reading, I am picking up travel. Okay. There's the certain willingness to talk for some of you. Now, because, you know, this is a general reading and the energies will depend on your particular situation. Okay, now some of you will dismiss this altogether, and this success will come from leaving this past person behind. But either way, you're going to drop this kind of Ten of Wands energy of, you know, carrying stuff from the past. You're focusing and you're coming much more back into yourself, Aquarius. You're getting very, very strong. I'm picking up recovery. I'm picking up recuperation. But also, you are not so rigid thinking as you used to be. You've been waiting for an opportunity. Now this opportunity is arising. You're thinking long term. Okay, but you're doing this with much more open-mindedness. You're getting very creative in your conversations. You'll be becoming very, very persuasive, Aquarius. People listen. Okay. There is a commitment here. There is somebody you feel who is, you know, hiding secrets. Okay, as I say, whatever situation. But you're taking a much more, like I say, a much more even-tempered, reserved view. Like I say, with this pressing matter that needs your attention at the moment, whether this is in work or your private life, with family or with a loved one or with an ex-lover or whatever, you know, you're focused on that, and I'm kind of getting a victory here of sorting that out so that you can move forward in your life on a much more well-balanced, form new relationships. There was one particular relationship here that you really struggled to, you know, maintain. You tried, but now that determination is being rewarded from the universe in many, many forms. Here we go. One more card for the sign of Aquarius. Yeah, this time you're not neglecting your own feelings. There's a new you coming out, Aquarius. All right. This stuck feeling from the past, you know, kind of getting that's going to dissipate, because there's going to be a great opportunity and success coming. And I'm getting this time you will be very decisive, very sure of yourself, and which is not a bad thing. There is a fresh start here. Okay, you got much more realistic expectations this time. I'm getting a lot of this was due to some part on you having unrealistic expectations, whether the other person was, whatever the other person's situation was, there was some unrealistic expectations. I'm kind of getting a lot of promises made, you know, that weren't fulfilled. But this time, it's trusting your own intuition and, you know, protecting yourself. There is somebody around you that is afraid to open up. So this is the thing with us Aquarians, you know, we don't hide everything. If we've got something to say, we usually say it, and we have a lack of understanding for other people who, you know, for what we see as, you know, say what you mean, you know. Kind of getting somebody who's kind of beating around the bush, and that leads to, you know, second guessing, and you perhaps feel this person is keeping secrets, but this time you're not falling for, you know, any BS. As I say, there's that Temperance card. Some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Okay, I've got Sagittarius energy here, but there is that new beginning, that Ace of Swords, where the decision is in your court, and it's here. So decisions you made, this sword is on its own if you look. And there is, in the past, a connection here that you tried to call a truce with, and you're, yeah, much more even temperament. Okay. And here going forward with much more realistic expectations. I'm getting you coming out of this, Aquarius, simply because you've decided on which way you're going to go. I'm going to leave it there. Thanks very much for watching. Hope to see you soon.